directly. And we've got our friends from the UK media here as well. And so I just want to say to everybody watching back home, for the avoidance of doubt, I have the highest respect, of course, for our judiciary and for the independence of our courts. But I must say I strongly disagree with this judgment. And we in the UK will not be deterred from getting on and delivering on the will of the people to come out of the EU on October the 31st, because that is what we were mandated to do. And we will simultaneously refuse to be deterred from delivering on what I think you would all expect, an exciting, dynamic domestic agenda intended to make our country ever more attractive to live in and to invest in. So we'll be pushing on with infrastructure investment, with 20,000 police, with investing in our NHS. And to do that, we will need a Queen's speech to set out what we are going to do. And I think, frankly, that is what the people of my country, of the UK, want to see. They want to see us getting on with a strong domestic agenda. And believe you me, they want to see Brexit delivered by October the 31st. Anyway, that's what you need to know about what's happened in the court today. But I can tell you that under any circumstances, court judgments, adverse or otherwise, my heart lifts when I come to New York, because there's something amazing about the city. It's got an incredible amount of energy. It's got these sort of I love the blue sky against the skyscrapers, the weird, strange Martian water towers on the tops of the buildings. It's the things about New York you never find anywhere else. But there are many ways in which New York and London are not just similar, but actually united. It's not just both cities obviously share a language, kind of. We have a basic idea of freedom, don't we? We have a basic idea of freedom, and the idea is very simple, common to our democracies and our traditions, that if you obey the law and you do no harm to others, then you can come and you can live your life as you please in these great cities without being judged or censured. And I think it's the excitement of that freedom that brings people of talent to New York as it brings people to London. And you get this cyclotron effect and the flash of inspiration that leads to innovation, that leads to prosperity and growth. And very often it will be a synthesis between American and British ideas, like this thing outside, which is absolutely fantastic. We invented, for instance, the underground train. You invented the safety brake, or Otis invented the safety brake elevator, and take them together, you've got the recipe for a modern metropolis. And you can see that same fusion today across our cities in every sphere, from tech to the arts to newspapers. And you know the figures, actually, they're going up. I think there are now 1.2 million US people employed by UK companies, 1 million or more in the UK. Trade now worth 200 billion a year, if I got that right? That's correct. Going up the whole time. Colossal investment. But to cut to the chase, we now want to do so much more, because our country is going up a gear. On October the 31st, as I say, we intend to be more global, more outward-looking, more committed to the rest of the world than ever before. And we're going to take advantage of all the freedoms that Brexit can give, whether that's new tax allowances for investment, or speeding up public procurement contracts, or creating new free ports, enterprise zones, devising better regulation for sectors in which the UK leads the world, whether that's bioscience or financial service or whatever, with more competitive tax rates and the best skilled workforce in the hemisphere. And so I say to everybody who's done me the honor of coming this morning to this breakfast, we will roll out the red carpet for our American friends. And we are increasing the number of visas for scientists. We're ensuring that your brilliant students can stay on for 2 years so as to get real value from their studies, and so that our economy in the UK benefits from their expertise. We are even, I'm delighted to see John Holland Kay here, we're even ensuring that US visitors are able to use the electronic e-passport system at Heathrow. Is that right? Fantastic. Well, that ought to get a mild ripple of applause. I'm sure I use it the whole time. And yes, we want to do the much vaunted free trade. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because there will be things where we do not want our NHS to be on the table, but there will be difficulties. But I'm very glad that President Trump has set up the Special Relationship Economic Working Group, because it is absolutely absurd that there should be tariffs in the UK on Californian wine, quite high, heavy tariffs, or British shoppers should pay over the odds for Florida orange juice. But it is also absurd and indefensible that the population of America, to the best of my knowledge, has gone for decades without eating a morsel of British lamb or beef, let alone haggis. And I have discovered that anyone wanting to sell socks to the United States, I've got to be careful with this, but anyway, I think they at least face a tariff. Is that right? They do. This statistic is contested in some way, Liz. They face a tariff of 19%. I was told that there are some fibres that have to be taken to a laboratory and set fire to twice. But I'm not. But the hosiery industry of Britain disputes this. They think they can overcome this barrier. But there are others. There is only certain ports in the United States are licensed for the import of British cauliflowers. Can you believe that? And the US military are banned from buying British tape measures, as though there was some kind of general prejudice still against British rulers of all kinds. So I ask you, is this, my friends, is this really necessary? Let us work together to break down these barriers that have been devised by bureaucrats, because all the evidence the last 2 centuries, this is the free trade is the best and fastest way to increase the prosperity of both our peoples. This year, our country, the United Kingdom, takes a giant step out into the world, in keeping with our traditions, but also with our new ambitions to build on our friendships and our relationships with our friends in Europe, in the US, and in Canada. We do it with confidence, to make Britain the best place in the world to start, to build, and to run a business. The place you will want to be, and the place you will want your business to be. And that's why I say to everyone here, come and join us. Thank you very much for having me this morning.